Hello and welcome to the Weekly Presser with Dr. Alvin Parker. This week, we're going to be talking about the first CIAA championship in 22 years here at Virginia Union and the upcoming NCAA playoff game with, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Kutztown. So, Coach, can you give us a comment, please?
We're happy to be standing in the winner's circle in Salem. I'm just proud of the entire program. I think I've been saying that week after week, but I definitely am. These guys really put it together and brought one home. But that mission changed real quick. when we got to Sunday, to postseason play, to extended season play. So we just kind of started to focus. We had a great practice today, and I'll kind of keep on working this week till we get up to Kutztown.
And we'll open the floor up now to questions. I see John O'Connor from the Richmond Times-Dispatch. John, you have any comments?
Jim. Thank you, Coach Parker. Hey, you obviously distinguished yourself as a team through the regular season. I'm wondering what it will take to distinguish yourself in the postseason now. How do things change, and why do you think you're ready for that step? Thank you.
Well, I think, anytime you're able to kind of make sure that you're going as a well buttoned up ball club, that's the major thing. You got to make sure, you kind of just presenting your best self at this point. You got there for a reason. And the reason that you got there is because you're a good team, So, everybody, all the 28 teams in the field are great ball clubs. So we got to go in there and make sure, we just play our best, and bring our best selves. We got to prepare at a higher level. We got to practice at a higher level. We got to do all those type of things to make sure when we get to Saturday, we're definitely ready for the competition that we're going to be facing.
If I could please follow up with a two-parter, and that is, Alvin, were you upset that the Panthers didn't get a home game? And B, do you have optimism about going on the road because the Panthers were so good on the road this season? Thank you.
I think, once you get kind of to the playoffs, it gets a little, funny, and some things kind of get factored in that as a coach on a week-to-week basis, you necessarily don't really worry about. You just kind of worry about winning. And I think we've done our part in that in terms of the committee placing us on the road. It's kind of what it is. I think our guys just, chopping at the bit for the opportunity to play. And, I said, like you said, John, we've done well on the road this season. So I got all the faith in those guys that they're going to play well no matter where we play. So it's going to be somewhere we've never been. I don't think anybody on our team has ever been to Kutztown, Pennsylvania. I've been, I think, twice. But in terms of anybody else on the team, nobody's been. It's going to be something new for everybody. So like I said, we just attacking the week, and wherever that bus take us on Friday, that's where we're going to be.
Defense travels, they say. I presume that's your hope. I wonder if you could talk about your defense and how it might match up against this opponent you know a little bit about now, anyhow.
Well, our defense isn't talked about enough, John. I think those guys have given up about 11 points a game this season, so that's the best it's been since I've been here. We've had some great defenses since I've been here, but this is definitely the best. So I'm just happy with the way them guys are playing. We got a lot of standout guys over there, and a lot of guys just doing their part into making that defense is what it is. So again, like you said, defense travels. I think, Kutztown is a very good program, and they do a lot of good things on offense, defense, and special teams. So, we got to be good in every phase of the game, and if we plan to make a run in this thing, that's what we have to do.
Coach Mike Iannacci from, sorry, John. You done, John?
Just saying thank you. See ya.
Yeah. Coach Mike Iannacci from Kutztown Television. Congratulations on your championship. We look forward to welcoming you to Berks County on Saturday. What have you seen so far that's impressed you about Kutztown? You guys are similar. You lost in late September. They started 0-2 and now are on a 9-0 run. So what have you seen from the Golden Bears so far?
I think they're a great ball club. I think, anytime that you can put a winning streak together like those guys did, be some good teams along the way, says a lot about your ball club. And it's not something that them guys just started doing this year. This is a kind of consistent pattern that you see year after year with those guys winning a bunch of games, So winning 9-10 games is something that seems pretty normal up that way. So, like I said, we know we're going to go against a great, well-coached, disciplined, extremely talented ball club. So, we got to make sure we're ready and we present the same.
For Jada Byers, it's kind of a homecoming for him from Bridgeton, New Jersey. I mean, it's a few hour trip, but is he excited to come back to an area that he grew up in?
He really hadn't spoke much about it. I think, all them guys just kind of been kind of locked into what we're trying to do. We kind of just found out on Sunday night that, we will be traveling up that way. So, we really hadn't had a time to kind of, take everything extra in. But those guys have really been trying to take the game plan and just understand this opponent that we're about to go up against. So, more of it's kind of been on that. I think we get a little bit late in the week. I probably throw that question in. I'm pretty sure his parents are going to be happy that they don't have to drive all the way down here to Virginia, though.
Right. Well, good luck to you, Coach, and safe travels.
I appreciate it.
Coach, how you doing today?
Great. How about yourself?
Doing fine. First of all, could you give me just your thoughts on having to switch regions? Obviously, you do your schedule, you schedule in-region opponents. You're used to those teams in Super Region 2. Just kind of give me your thoughts on having to go and actually play a team out of Super Region 1.
It was kind of a shocker, but again, when it comes to the postseason, you got to kind of be ready for whatever. But honestly, it was a shocker. We didn't think we would be traveling north. We knew kind of the way that the geographics kind of hit that. We were the furthest team north that probably was in the field, and Delta State was probably the furthest team, maybe Southwest that was in the field. So if anybody had the chance to get moved, it was probably one of us two. But Delta was the number 2 seed, so it was no way they were going to move the number 2 seed. So kind of left us out there, But again, we didn't necessarily expect it. But when our name came across the board and they said who we were playing, we were excited for that opportunity. We haven't really traveled north this year. I think, well, we have, we went to Ohio, so it'll be kind of close to going that same route that we went for that. But, our kids are just up for whoever we're going to play.
All right. My next question, second year in a row making the playoffs. Last year, the performance was not what you would have expected. So what lessons did you learn from last year's performance that you'll be able to take into the playoff game this year to improve? And no offense to my brother from Kutztown, hopefully get the victory there in Virginia.
I mean, it's I think at that point in the season, it's kind of you're taking a refocus, and I kind of told the guys you gotta make a new plan to get achieve some new things, so we got to make sure we go in there like that. It's going to be a bunch of unexpected, I think, for both teams. We're playing a new opponent. So I think last year, we got to make sure that we just don't let the moment get a little too big for us. We got to make sure we just attack the week like we normally attack the week and do the things that we normally do to make sure that when we get to Saturday, we're the same type of ball club we've been all season. So but again, it's the playoffs. I think the mindset all season down the stretch has kind of been, we got to win, we got to win, we got to win. We got to make sure we stay on that W side. It's definitely that when you get to the playoffs. So, that's going to kind of be the goal.
Right. My final question for you, Coach. Obviously, Virginia Union and Benedict, the 2 HBCUs that made the Division II field. Is there any type of, and I don't want to use the word pressure, is there any type of pride or mantra that you guys are the 2 HBCU representatives in the Division II playoff field, and you may be feeling that, okay, we need to represent all of the HBCU institutions, the 32 institutions that play at that level?
I'm happy for him. I'm a Benedict fan and stuff. If we have to play him, so anything that Coach Berry is doing down there, I think he does an excellent job. We're good friends, so anything that he's doing down there, I'm cheering for him. And he's always ecstatic for when we're doing the same thing up this way. So kind of on the side, the thoughts of it, that's kind of my feelings. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you go in here first and put yourself in position to win. I think they've done that. I think we've done that. The other 26 teams in the field have done that, so we got to make sure we do that. But I'll be lying, AD, if I didn't say it was a sense of pride or some things like that I felt for the HBCUs that are representing in the NCAA Division II tournament.
All right. Thank you, Coach, and good luck on Saturday. I'll be watching.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions for Coach Parker?
Nope.
I'm sorry, was that a yes or no?
No is a no. Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.